So I am here today with Romina, and when I do collabs with guests, I like to do little DIYs, but I also like to talk about entrepreneurship. So that's why we have Romina on, who is a self-starter, all-star YouTuber, actress.
No pressure.
We wanted to make Star Wars cards because in honor of the holidays and in honor of Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Yes.
We have a bunch of stuff. Ribbons.
Scissors.
Stuffing.
Hot glue gun.
And we have lots of paper.
And so colorful.
It's like just like being back in school. So Romina, how long have you been on YouTube?
I've been on YouTube since 2006.
I don't think it even existed yet. Back when it was just on tape.
You had to mail your tape in and someone would upload it to a server somewhere.
They would just mail it out to more people.
When I first started, I just joined YouTube because it was just a fun place to post videos. I guess I sort of started late middle school because I got a little point and shoot camera that could shoot video. But even before that, like just for myself, I was making videos like at home and stuff. Originally, I wanted to do cinematography. I've always loved film and I always wanted to be behind the camera. And then I took my first acting class when I was about like 11 or 12 years old. And that's when I realized that I kind of liked being in front of the camera too. And I think it was around that time when I started doing more funny like skit type stuff like with my videos. Like I would just pretend to be other people and then just like, that makes me sound crazy. And when YouTube came out, it was just a way for me to like put that on the internet. Save us all. And sometimes I uploaded videos of me performing songs. Like right when Coldplay released their album Viva La Vida, I recorded myself doing a cover of that song and it went viral. And I'm kind of like an average guitar player. Like I just play for myself.
Right.
So that was like my first real taste of like what the internet was like, because I got all sorts of comments.
Oh, like, oh, you
like,
suck. And,
yeah.
That's mean.
Yeah, well, you know, it was the internet.
Yeah.
YouTube was still like blossoming too, and it was just like a way for people to be mean without without needing to show their face. Amidst all of those dark comments.
Yeah.
I also got some really nice comments, and I got a lot of people who wanted to see me do more videos.
Fast forward to today, you started doing more travel-centric videos because you did a total rebrand.
Yeah.
What was the whole process behind jumping from channel to channel?
I created a channel for myself that was just Romina Official. That was just like a very bland thing. It was just for me to like upload footage of like my acting and like any clips and stuff like that. It was more for work than like for actually creating stuff on that channel. Two things happened on that channel. One was on my street there was this huge like Hummer limousine that parked like right in front of my house.
Yeah, I see that video.
So I vlogged about it, and then a couple thousand people saw it within like a week or so, which was like really weird. The second thing that happened was the Harlem Shake. And I made those two videos, and within like those 3 weeks I got thousands of views. And so that's why I started vlogging again on that channel.
But it was intended as just like...
It was just gonna be like my portfolio.
Like your portfolio.
I was making videos consistently every single week after the Harlem Shake. And I even did beta on that channel. And then after that, I was like, do I want to be known as Romina Official? And it was kind of hard because I was already kind of building a brand for myself in Romina Official, but it was accidental.
So then you decided that you wanted to move away from the whole channel and then go on to rebranding and actually structuring a brand new channel. What was the reason? Do you feel like people need to have those like set intentions when they're doing a YouTube? Or did you feel like for you a clean slate was what you needed?
I think that a clean slate is really what I needed. When I started posting stuff on Romina Official, it was more like skits and comedy and like character stuff. And then I posted a few travel stuff. And then I decided that if I wanted to do this, like I had to do it 100%. And yeah, starting with a clean slate was probably like the best thing that I've ever done. I was mainly worried that I would lose all of the subscribers and like people who were following me on that channel. And I thought, like, I'm gonna make like this new channel and I'm gonna tell people on this channel, oh, I have a new channel, go over there instead. And I thought, like, if I did that, that nobody was gonna follow me. And then I figured the people who didn't really matter, because then they're not really loyal to whatever content I'm creating.
That's why subscriber counts is such a weird, abstract number, I think.
Yeah.
People are still attached to that. How many subscribers do they have, blah, blah, blah. And what I tend to try to do is, I don't try to think about that very much. When I'm discovering somebody new, I'll look through their comments and see like how engaged their audience is with them.
I think probably views is a little bit more accurate. Views and the interaction that their audience has. I've seen a number of people who have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and then they only get like a few thousand views a video.
Yeah.
And what does that mean to me? It means that maybe they stopped making videos for a while and like, you know, the audience dropped off or something. The whole point of like doing it, YouTube, is that you have that interaction. And that's sort of what made YouTube in the first place, is that it wasn't just like, hey, I'm making this short and just like putting it in a festival. It was like, I'm making this short, what do you think about it?
Right.
And like people would comment on it and you would hear directly from your audience.
Remembering that if you're going to start making videos, or if you do make videos, that it's a two-way conversation.
Right.
But I think like some people are just getting into YouTube, look at the metrics only, and they don't actually sit there and like reply back and things like that. And I think that's very important.
Whenever I get comments that are just like, cool video, I'm just like, all right, well, thanks. It's not like I spent like 10 hours editing it. For some videos, it's like so easy just to do them. But then like for the videos where it takes like forever to do, then I'm always like so bummed when like people don't leave engaging comments. And I'm just like, well, did you even watch the video? Because like there's a lot to talk about. Well, I've been traveling since I was little, and I travel often. And for me, it just kind of made sense. Since I love photography and I love documenting my travels anyway, why not just document all of my travels and share them with people? When I talk to people like about the places that I've been and stuff, they're always like, oh, well, I wish I could travel too. I'm just like, well, you can. There's nothing that's limiting you from doing it if that's something that you really want to do. Travel is just something that people are really passive about. And it's like, oh, well, like maybe someday.
Yeah.
Like, well, then you don't really want to go anywhere.
I think that having something like a channel like yours allows people to live vicariously through travel.
Right.
So maybe that's like a nice byproduct of what you do. But I think what you try to do is encourage people to get out and do stuff, right?
Right. One of the things that I like to do is go on micro adventures. Basically what that is going around town and finding interesting things to do. And I always have people who might leave a comment and are like, oh, well, it's like you live in an interesting city. Like, that's not fair.
Oh, really?
And
like,
it's
I can't win.
And I'm just like, there's always something to do. Like, unless you live in a place that, like, was just founded, like, in the last year, there's always something to do because there's always something, like, historic that happened in that town. There's always something to do. You just have to be willing to go out and do those things.
Absolutely.
Mine looks like a croissant. I think that's like one of the things that I try to think about. If I'm watching this video, like what am I gonna get out of it, you know? And on top of that, I try to make jokes about stuff. because I like comedy, and that's like where I came from, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you travel and stuff, there's always something funny and something ridiculous that's gonna happen, and I think part of it too is that traveling is a learning experience, and that can be funny because you don't know anything. Sometimes I make like really stupid remarks because like I'm still learning about like a certain culture or food or like, and I feel like I don't cut any of that stuff out.
And you recently went to Africa, aka the motherland.
So I've been following this company, Volunteer Southern Africa, for a while now. I saw that they were running a contest for a volunteer program to go to South Africa for 2 weeks and live on a cheetah farm. What I had to do for that was just make a video explaining why I should win.
They need to watch your videos, so I'm gonna put the link down below to your Africa videos. What if you Santa?
No.
And
Mine's better. Mine is superior. A Merry Christmas, I wish you. Wow, thank you. What's it say on the inside?
Oh. Well, thank you, Romina, for being on this show. If you could offer the viewers, who are probably budding entrepreneurs, some of them, some advice about starting a YouTube channel, what would you offer them?
Just do it. Because that's one of the main things. A lot of people tell me that they want to start channels, and I think the main thing that I would say is to just do it.
And we also did a video on Romina's channel. You can click on her lovely face to get there, and it's also linked down below. We did a Play-Doh challenge that got a little messy. But thanks again, Romina, for being on the show. You can subscribe to her. She is youtube.com/RedRomina. Link down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.